Hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new to my channel, then please click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon if you would like to receive regular intraday trades. And I am your go-to person. Our accuracy is approximately 80 to 90%. You guys can go back to my channel and check my accuracy in the previous videos as well. We gave you all possible scenarios of the upcoming days, and some of our scenarios are definitely hit, and only if you are following my analysis correctly, then you guys can easily make good small amount of profits, but still these are good profits for any trader, and especially if you are a new trader, a beginner trader, then these analyses are can act as uh, a perfect starting point for you guys, and I would highly recommend that you guys try to analyze these pairs yourself as well, as I give you full detailed analysis of all the pairs. Now we will continue with the USDJPY analysis in today, and first of all we will discuss that from where we left off. And if you guys are short on time, then I have given the timestamps below, so you guys can save your time as well if you only need to check your particular pair. Okay, when we were last discussing USD JPY, you guys can clearly see that market was over here, and I gave you this area of resistance and this area of support, and you guys can clearly see this support was tested, and then market closed above this area, and we guys could have gone long over here or from here, and we gave you another buying of area. If your market was to enter over here, then you guys could have gone long from here and you made good profit till here. This was an even though a risky but still this also came into play. And we gave you this area as an area of resistance. You guys can clearly see market closed below this area and market went till here. If you guys have taken this trade, but yeah, there's a good chance that you guys would have hit a stop loss over here, but still if you guys would have again gone short from after this candle, then still you guys would have made some good profit till here. Okay, so and another selling that we gave you was that if the market closes below this area, then maybe you guys could have made good profit till here as well. Okay, so now let us check that how much profits did we make from all the possible scenario. First of all, let me check this buying scenario. The amount of profit would be approximately uh, till here it is 1.5%, and we if we guys would have continued our trade, then our trade would be 1.8 over here, and then our profit would be 3.2. If you guys would have continued our trade till here, then this would have given us a good 3.2% profit, which is huge for any trader. Okay, now when this area was tested twice, once again market gave us a good profit, and when then this area was tested thrice, and still market gave us good profit till here. Okay, so this is a good pair to buy, and still market is currently in a good buying scenario. So now let us remove the previous scenarios, and now let us discuss that what market has to offer us. But rather you guys can clearly see when we were discussing this pair last, market was over here and now market is over here. So now I would like to only tell you guys that a new resistance area has come into play. So I am going to mark that area for you guys, which is this area. Okay, so this is only a change scenario. All other scenarios remain same. So you guys can clearly see that this is our new swing high. So what we are going to do is that we are going to look for a good buying opportunity from here. Let me remove this selling setup. And if we are going to look for a good buying, that let me just remove all the previous scenarios so you guys can easily identify the areas of buying and selling. This area is still very much valid, but let me just change its place as now this is the short term area of support to buy this pair. Okay, and let me just move this area over here. Okay, now these are the are areas of interest to buy and sell this pair. So if market at any given point enters this area, we are going to buy from here or from here as well. So if we will continue to mark our areas. Now let me also check out the 4 hour chart if we have anything new. No, we do not have. Let me check the 1 day chart. We do not have any area currently available over here as well. So let me just go back to the 1 hour chart and discuss it a little further, rather the 15-minute chart as well. So you guys can clearly see in the 15 minutes chart as well, the market is currently testing its recent area of resistance. So if it is able to break past this area and we are a risky buyer, then maybe we can go long from here. So let me go back to the 1 hour chart and let me mark these possible scenarios for you guys to just to so that you guys can easily have a good trading day tomorrow as well. If market respects this area and market closes above this area, maybe we can go long from here. If we are a risky buyer, then maybe we can go long once market closes above this area. We can go long from here as well. And if we are looking for a good selling opportunity, maybe it can come from here. If market enters this area and then closes below this area, then we have to look for a selling opportunity as well. But I am not really looking to sell this pair. But anything can happen in this market, so we have to be vigilant. Another selling setup might come into play if this area is respected and market closes below this area, then maybe we can go short from here. Let me change its colors to green to red so you guys can have a clear idea. And if you are a risky seller, then maybe you can sell this pair if market just closes below this area. Okay, so let me mark this area as well. So these are the potential areas of buying and selling for the USDJPY pair tomorrow. So just be vigilant and also look for a good buying opportunity. If market closes above this area, then maybe we can go long from here as well. Okay, as this area, this pair is constantly pumping, so we are going to look for, we are more likely to look for a good buying opportunity. Okay, just wait for any of this support area to be tested or this support area. We will get a wonderful buying opportunity from these areas. Okay, so now let's move on to the next pair, which is DJ Dow Jones. Now let us check that what Dow Jones did with us tomorrow. You guys can clearly see market was over here and we gave you several selling setups and several buying setups. Both of our setups came into play beautifully. You guys can clearly see that this area was broken and we gave you a good buying area. If this area was broken, then maybe we could go long from here. Let me open the 15 minutes chart and so you guys can identify it in a better way. If you guys would have gone long from here, then you guys would have definitely made good profit till here. Okay, let me take a long position from here. Okay, so our take profit would be approximately till here and our stop loss would be approximately till here. So this is a good 2.1% profit. So let me go back to the 1 hour chart. The next trade that was executed was this selling area. So let us go back to the 15-minute chart and you guys can clearly see we gave you this area as an area of resistance. Market closed below this area and we could have gone long, gone short and made huge profit. Okay, so we would go short over here. Okay, and our stop loss would be over here and our take profit would be approximately, and rather we would still be running in a a good profit, which is approximately 4.9%, which is huge. Okay, so the analysis in this pair was really amazing, yeah, last day, and then we gave you an area of buying, which was this support area. And you guys can see that even though this area is broken, but it is being tested again. And if this market if market enters this area and it is able to sustain this area, then maybe we can go look for good buying opportunities in this pair as well. Okay, let me remove the previous scenarios and mark new scenarios for you guys, so you guys can have a good trading day tomorrow as well. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that our given areas are being tested and respected. So as you guys can see that this area was tested now. Okay, so let me mark this area as an area of interest as well. Okay, rather tell here. Okay, so what I am going to look for is that this area is now area of support, and now rather this area is now an area of resistance. So what is going to happen is that this area is going to act as a support zone, and what we can look for is that this area is going to act as an area of resistance, short-term resistance rather. So we are going to look for, let me mark this area in red color. So what how we are going to trade this pair? If the market respects this area again, then maybe we can go look for a long opportunity from here. And let me mark its color to green. And if on the other hand just market breaks past this area, then maybe we can go long straight away. And on the other hand, if market tests this area and then market is able to go long, we will go long from here. Okay, and if market tends to go short, the best area to go short would be this area. Let me change its color to red so we can have a better answer. Okay, and if just simply market closes below this support area, then and we are a risky seller, then we can go short straight away as well. Okay, and as you guys can clearly see that this support area, resistance area has been taken out, and once again this area has been broken. So we are going to look for a selling opportunity from here as well. Okay, so the market enters this area and gives us a good selling opportunity. We are definitely going to sell from here. Okay, and I think that this scenario will come into play tomorrow. And this is our swing high, our recent swing high. So if market enters this area, we have to be vigilant to go short from here and from here as well. And I have already told you guys. Okay, so let me mark this as well so you guys do not get confused at any given point. So in the 4-hour chart, still our above areas are still very much valid. So let us go back to the 1-hour chart. All the given scenarios are placed for you guys. So just be vigilant as to what to do tomorrow in this pair, and do not miss any opportunity of buying or selling. Okay, now let us move to the next pair, which is DE30. And you guys can clearly see that our given scenarios came into play beautifully. We gave you a good we market was trending over here. We gave you a good buying opportunity. Market tests this area and closes above this area, then we have to go long. Okay, you guys can clearly see that market closed above this area and gave us a huge profit. Okay, so let me mark a trade for you guys so we can have a better idea. Okay, from here our stop loss would be approximately over here, and the take profit would be approximately over here. So this is an easy 3.7% profit on this scenario. This was not even a risky scenario. And if you were a risky seller, risky buyer, then how much profit you guys would have made? You guys would have made a profit here as well, and your stop loss would be approximately over here. So still, you guys will be able to make some good profit, which is approximately 2.9%. And as for the selling scenarios, we gave you a scenario if this area was broken, and but this scenario did not came into play exactly as we predicted. But still, if you guys had identified this area as an area of resistance, since this area did not come into play and the market reversed from here, then we had to look for a good selling opportunity, and the first selling opportunity was over here or from here. So we would have sold from any one of these areas. So let me take this scenario into play, and our stop loss would be, our take profit would be approximately over here, and our stop loss would be right above this candle. So this would be a 1.8% easy profit. Okay, so this was a 1.8% easy selling profit as well. Now let us go back to the 1 hour chart and let us continue with the today's scenario. Let me remove all the previous drawings. So, or rather, let me just keep all the drawings and just mark the new scenarios for you guys. Okay, so you guys can have a better idea as to what to do tomorrow as well. Okay, let me remove the scenarios. Okay, and this as well. These scenarios are to be removed, so I can put on fresh scenarios for you guys. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that this high was taken out, and even this high was taken out, and then market fell down beautifully, and now market is gonna show us some good retracement tomorrow. Now this area has turned into an area of resistance, so I am going to mark this area as an area of resistance now. Okay, so this is our area of resistance. Or now let me mark my short-term area of support, which is this. Let me change its color to green. And my short-term area of resistance is this. Okay, so how are we going to look for a good buying opportunity? If market respects this area and market closes above this area, I am going to look for a buying opportunity. Okay, on the other hand, if the market just simply close above this area, then I am going to look for a buying opportunity as well. Okay, similarly, if at any given point of time market just simply enters this area, I am going to look for a good buying opportunity from here as well. Okay, so and now let us check all the selling scenarios. If market respects this area and market closes below this area, I am going to look for a good selling opportunity. On the other hand, if the market just simply closes below this area, I am a risky seller. I am going to sell from here as well. Okay, so these would be our some scenarios of selling. Another selling scenario would be this area of short-term resistance, and now our area of swing higher resistance. Another new area which has been formed just now is this area. Okay, so if at any given point market tests this area, then we can go short from this area as well. Okay, and all the previous areas that are marked, they are still very much in play, so they are still very much valid. Okay, even this area is still valid to sell from here as well. Okay, so just be vigilant and keep an eye out on the selling opportunities that can come. Okay, and another selling opportunity, a wonderful selling opportunity that can come is that a market closes below this area, and then market respects this area, and then once again market closes below this area, then maybe we can go short from here as well. Okay, so just be vigilant and keep an eye out as what the market is gonna do tomorrow with us in this pair, and do not miss any profitable trade. Okay, now let us move to the Bitcoin analysis. That what Bitcoin did with us since we last analyzed this pair. Okay, as you guys can clearly see, when we were analyzing this pair, market was over here. We gave you a selling setup if the market respects this area, but you guys can clearly see that market closed above this area, and then market tested this area again, and then market closed above this area. And now we gave you a good buying setup if the market respects this area, and you guys can clearly see market tested this area and closed above this area. We could have gone long from here till here, and then another opportunity came when the market again tested this area once again from here, and then we could have gone long from here till here. The amount of profits would be approximately uh, okay 1% from here, and approximately 3.4% from this trade. And if we would have just simply followed our scenarios, then we could have simply made a good profit from this selling as well. We gave you this area of resistance, and if you guys were vigilant, then you guys could have gone short when this area was tested 3 times. This was the first area, this was the second area. Even if you guys would have opened the 15-minute chart, still you guys would have identified easily that this was a double top from here or even from here, then you guys could have easily made good profit. Okay, if you guys would have not gone short from here, then definitely from here or from here, this was the last opportunity to sell at the safest opportunity to have. Okay, so the amount of profit would be simply 4.4%, which is huge. Okay, now let me go back to the 1 hour chart. And now let us just continue with the today's analysis as what to do next in this Bitcoin pair. Okay, so let me remove the previous scenarios so we can put on fresh scenarios for you guys. Okay, so the previous scenarios have been removed. Okay, now let me just mark this area as an area of resistance. Okay, so let me stretch this, but you guys can clearly see that this area of resistance is now this area of resistance. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that this low has not been taken out till yet, so I am looking for this low to be taken out. So until and unless I am going to go long, then my favorite area to go long would be from this area. So let me just put on selling good selling buying opportunity from here. Now let me put a good buying opportunity from here till here, something like this. and if I am a risky buyer, then I am going to go long from here as well. And if the third scenario would be from here. Okay, let me change its color to green. My selling opportunity would come from here till here. Let me change its color to red. And another selling opportunity would come if I'm a risky seller and market closes below this area. I'm going to short from here. And on the third hand, if the market enters this area, I am going to look for a good selling opportunity from here as well. Okay, so these are the possible areas of selling Bitcoin from here. Personally, I feel that market is gonna go down in Bitcoin, and I am going to look for selling opportunities. Another selling opportunity might arise if the market tests the recent support area that it has found, which is over here. Let me mark it in green color. Okay, then a scenario can happen, something like this. The market tests this area again, then market closes below this area. Okay, so these are the possible buying and selling setups. So let us just wait and watch that whichever setup comes into play tomorrow, we are going to trade accordingly. Now let's move on to the next pair, which is the Ethereum. Okay, so what does Ethereum has in store for us, and what has it done since we last analyzed this pair? Market was over here when we were analyzing this pair. We gave you this area of as an area of resistance, and you guys can clearly see that this area was tested and rejected, and market gave us a good profit till here. Let me open the 15-minute chart as to identify just to identify that how much profit did the market gave to us. Market tested this area once and then twice, and market was gone short from here. So you guys can clearly see that market closed below this area. We would have gone short from here, and our take profit would be approximately 2.4%. Yes, a 2.4% profit from this selling scenario. Okay, so any other scenario that would have come into play would be if we would have taken a risky buying opportunity, that we would have made a very small profit, but still any profit just counts as well. Okay, this would be approximately 1% profit from this buying opportunity. And you guys can clearly see that we gave you a selling scenario of market closed below this resistance area. You guys can clearly see this area was broken, and then it was broken once again, and market consistently went down. And if you guys would have taken a trade from here, or rather as a safety trade from here, this would be your stop loss, and your take profit would be first take profit would be this 6%. And if you guys would have continued, still you guys would be in profit of approximately 5% as well. Okay, now let me just go to the 1 hour chart, and let me identify some fresh scenarios for you guys, and let's continue with the trading. Okay, so this scenario is still valid, so let me just stretch it a bit. And this scenario, I don't think so it is still valid, but still we are going to keep it as this is the current area of resistance. Short term, but still this is the area of resistance. Let me remove previous drawings so we can identify the fresh drawings. Okay, just let me change its place to this, and let me change its place to this. Let me just move the entire market over here. So now what do we have in play? An area of short-term resistance is this as well. So I am going to mark this area as an area of short-term resistance. So what we are going to do is that we are more interested and we are looking for good selling opportunities. So how are we going to sell if market tests this area, or rather this area, and market closes below this area? We are going to look for a good selling opportunity. On the other hand, if just market closes below this area, we are still going to look for a good selling opportunity. So let me just stretch these areas of resistance so we can have a better picture and a clear knowledge as well. Okay, on the other hand, if market respects this area, market closes above this area, maybe we can go long from here. If we are a risky, let me change color. I will just change its color. So this is a buying setup and this is also a buying setup. And on the other hand, if at any given point of time market tests any of this support area, then market closes above these support zones, then we are going to look for good buying opportunities. So let me give you another and final area to sell, that if the market just breaks this area and then respects this area again and then market closes below this area, then we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from here as well. Okay, so these are the possible scenarios in Ethereum that can come into play tomorrow. So just be vigilant and keep your eyes out as to which is the scenario that is coming into play. So just take your trade accordingly. And if you guys are learning from the videos that I am giving you on daily basis, then please help me and support me so I can make even better videos for you guys. I need honest feedbacks from you guys so I can improve on the analysis that's to where I am lacking. So just help me improve and give me your feedback. So let us just learn and grow with each other. And if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular updates from my end. And that's all from this video for today, and now let me see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.